So in true me style, I just knocked the side of the freaking computer and turned it off halfway through. So I don't know if Brooke was still talking then, but everything just shut down. But we were talking about open water swimming and how good that is at the minute. So that's like 2 out of 3 where I've managed to not record or cancel it halfway through. But anyway, it's converting. We've got the first one, so I'll do some wizardry and try and get them both together. What a mug. So yeah, so stress levels. What are your stress levels like? I have to take it walking's helping to keep it down, but
walking's definitely helping. Any form of exercise. I literally do little home workouts at home, like even if it's just 10 minutes, I'm like, yes, like just make it up on the spot, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do whatever just to move, just to get them endorphins going and just boost the energy really and get going. Yeah, it definitely helps, and the sunshine helps, a bit of vitamin D as well. So yeah, any chance I can get to even sit outside is perfect.
Amazing. As far as there we go, I'm everything's popping up on my screen now saying about all the recordings and stuff, which is cool. My stress levels are slowly increasing there. There we go. It's all gone down. Beautiful. Like, what exercise are you doing then? What is a home workout?
So I've been doing like just HIIT sessions, really, you know, where you do like so much on an exercise and then so much rest, and then afterwards I've been actually doing like a bit of breathing, so not as such yoga, just breathing techniques. So I've been doing a bit of box breathing, which is really simple, so anyone who wants to try it at home, they can. So really simple. Obviously you can close your eyes if you want to do it, just a bit one with your breath. You just imagine that you're drawing a box, I suppose. So you breathe in for 3 seconds, you hold the breath for 3 seconds, and then you exhale for 3 seconds, and then you can hold the breath again for 3 seconds. And I just find that it kind of lowers my heart rate just better than anything really, and lowers the breathing as well.
So what are you doing then? You're visualising a box in front of you and going round it in a certain way, and then if you're going up or on the upside or the downside, that's where you breathe in, and the rest are a hold.
Exactly, yeah. The rest are hold, yeah. And I find that when you visualise that as well, it's actually, it like takes your mind off everything else. So because you're focusing on that rather than, oh my God, what do I need to do next, or what, I'm bored or whatever, you can just focus on that, and just have a little moment to yourself really.
Like so how long, because I've heard of it before, but how long are you going to work up to? Because I know some people work up to it at being like longer periods.
So you can do longer periods. I mean, I've not worked up yet because I'll be like, woo! But but I'm gonna try and work up to maybe like, I don't know, 6 seconds, maybe even longer. I suppose it's to where you can go, and you might feel a bit lightheaded, but yeah, as long as you're laid and you're not going to fall anywhere, you'll be fine.
Like, people don't realise how much of a change breathing can have on the body. Like, when you're in a stress response, obviously your breathing's going to change to try and load your body up with oxygen. But when we're in an accelerated stress position, breathing becomes a lot more shallow and a lot more quicker. So we actually over breathe, but without getting as much oxygen in. And everyone's seen that, right? Rapid breathing, and I think it's the same. That's, you know, if we can try and slow your breath down or take deeper breaths, it actually balances your body out of the stress drive into a more relaxed digest drive. So, you know, fight and flight, rest and digest. I mean, that's when people are in panic attacks. I'm sure that is just a simple principle of watching the breath and trying to slow it down. But it's amazing.
And another really good one is abdominal breathing as well. So obviously we don't think about breathing, but when we do it, we're mainly doing it in the chest, whereas you can just do it in like the tummy instead. So it's really good if you put one hand on the chest, one hand on the tummy, and then when you inhale, so breathing through your nose, your tummy would expand rather than your chest. And then when you exhale through your mouth, your tummy kind of flattens again, and that's really nice as well. If you just laid, just do it for even a minute, and just to reduce it a little bit. Yeah, it's good.
Everything's going wrong on this today, isn't it? So the other thing as well is, obviously that's going to be huge for desk workers or people who are on laptops and PCs where they don't have a proper desk, because if they are sat
Right,
leaning forward,
yeah,
will be able to expand through the abdomen.
yeah,
And that's going to load all the tissues up in the neck and shoulders. So probably a
definitely.
really good break that anyway, just to go through it
Yeah,
regularly anyway.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Chris-
I remember there's a really cool chiropractor out in California called John Bergman. He does loads of videos and stuff on different topics if you search him on YouTube. But he talks about in loads from ages ago, he talks about the fact that when we do deep breaths as well, it physically changes the chemical like composition of the body. So breathing deep and actually getting out a lot more CO2 is actually reducing acidity within the body. So that's going to affect loads of things as well, like anything from digestion, immune system, all the way through. So I'm going to have to go outside and concentrate on some box breathing and God knows what else. That's the next stage.
Yeah.
Bexa just walked into camera at the back. There you go.
You look horrendous.
I know, everyone's just said. So obviously we're getting loads of messages in at the minute as well from all the emails that have been sent out. Is there anything you'd like to say to everyone else out there, Brooke?
I hope they're all happy and healthy and well. I miss them all. I miss those little chats, but I can't wait to see everyone and get back to a bit of normality again.
Cool. Well, people don't realise, well, Brooke has been doing loads of work behind the scenes, which is going to be amazing. So when everyone gets back to clinic, there's going to be like leaflets and booklets and all sorts. I think people don't realise, well, we had videographers in a while back, and Brooke managed to land, I think, most camera time, whether she likes it or not. There's actually, I'm going to say, look at her face there. But so there is some cool interviews coming out as well and testimonials. But I think, I'm not going to say Brooke hogged the time, but Brooke was the utmost. Yeah, that's it. So I know at some point Matt's working on a YouTube channel as well, so there'll be some other cool stuff to look out for. We are going to be doing the spinal mobilization class again, because we've had loads of people. I think we had about 40, 50 people on that last call, Brooke.
Good, yeah.
We've had loads of people ask to do it in the evening, so obviously whoever's key workers won't have been able to log on. So we'll go through that again at some time. Oh, but obviously last time, I forgot to record all the neck and shoulder stretches. So you said you've got some prep for us. So do you want to go through some now?
Yeah, cool. So I've got 3 main ones. So like you said before, when we're in this position, you know, everything's kind of gets tight and tense, and it affects the breathing as well. So we want to kind of open that up a little bit and get everything stretched out and nice and relaxed. So I've got 3 main ones. So the first one is for upper traps. So obviously this is in kind of this area. So any overhead movements that we do, reaching in the cupboard, what brushing is there, you imagine how much that's going to get you. So we need it to be working properly. So
I'm just laughing at Becky trying to be quiet there and literally crawling out with her ass in the air across the bottom of the screen. Everyone's
to be involved.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, Brooke, go back to it.
That's all right. So yeah, really simple stretch. You can do it, especially if you're sitting on a chair. It's really good. So if you just hold, I do it where you hold onto the chair at one side, and then you're going to go the opposite way. So if you hold onto the chair, it's just going to kind of keep that shoulder nice and relaxed as well, instead of it rising. So you're going to do ear to shoulder, and kind of lean over and just add that bit of resistance with your hand here. Obviously don't do it too much because you don't want to kind of overstretch it, but yeah, that's a really nice one for upper traps, and then you can do it the other way as well, which is good. The second one is for your levator scapula. So obviously this is more kind of around here, and it attaches to a shoulder blade. So as it says on the tin, it elevates our shoulder blades. So when we're shrugging, things like that, especially if you are on a laptop, it's going to be quite tense and tight. So really good. I know you said
when you're stressed as well, literally have that kind of drift.
Yeah.
Up. Everyone feels that.
Yeah. Someone asked me once, they were like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing." And my shoulders were like here at my ears, and I was like, "I'm fine."
They're trying to pretend that everything's okay with no neck.
Like here, yeah. But yeah, really good stretch. Again, I know you said yesterday it's like imagining they stiffen your armpit, so you know, nice visual. But yeah, so you're gonna put your nose to your armpit again, sniff your armpit, arm over, and then you should feel that stretch more kind of at the back, I suppose, like rather than the side. Again, really, really nice stretch just to try and release that And the last one is for well, it's a long-worded muscle, our sternocleidomastoid. So I'll just call it the SCM. So this comes all the way from like his clavicle, sternum, all the way to his mastoid, which is behind his ear. So we want to stretch that, especially when his head's coming forward. So really simple. 2 fingers on our clavicle, kind of here. You don't have to press on or anything. So it's like just above, it's like that bony bit there, just above the sternum. You don't have to press on or anything, just so you can kind of feel that joint and make sure it's not lifting. So all you're going to do is ear to shoulder the opposite way, and then you look up then as well. And that's just really nice stretching. It just, that's a good one.
That is good.
So they're the 3 stretches that I think they're so simple and amazing. And if you think, every time I make a cup of tea or whatever, just think, I'll do my little stretch and add it into your routine like that. It's good.
The biggest thing as well is that second stretch is going to drive people to have showers if they haven't in isolation for 3 days.
Yeah.
Just mulling around in the PJs and we're like, okay, now it's time to get.
I am
Yeah, now it's time to start looking after myself, maybe.
Hygiene.
Yeah.
That's it for fall.
Beautiful. Well, thank you ever so much for coming on, Brooke. Give her a little wave. We'll email out the next time we're doing the stretch class, and I've got to now do some work on getting some of those stretches filmed. But thank you ever so much. Enjoy walking around your lake, and if we're in isolation for much longer, I imagine that the idea of swimming in open water will probably get more and more attractive with just something to do, yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
Get a wetsuit.
Yeah. Cool. See you guys.